What's going on, guys? It's Shane. We are back here again with another video. Today, we're going to be returning to Roblox, returning to a game I had no intention of returning to. Today, we're going to be returning to Fishing Conquest, owned by Fishing Conquest Development. Surprisingly enough, the last video I did on this game got over, I think, 10,000 views. Very unexpected. I wasn't expecting that video to do so well. Um, in fact, I played the game and I was a little bummed out by the fishing mechanics. However, I had a few of the developers kind of message me right after I released that video, saying that it wasn't pre-alpha, which now the title does say, which is to be expected. So they are working on like an actual fishing mechanic, as far as I know. The one thing I will say is that the maps do look pretty good. This is a new map. This is Mike's Catfish Farm, um, which I love the catfish. It's probably my favorite type of fishing when it comes to real life. That's all I've ever really done, other than just standard bass fishing. I'll go crappie fishing every now and then, um, but those are pretty much the only three I do. What is this? May I fish this land? The fish you catch. Okay, so is this like a pay lake? Wait, to my old buddy. Wait, bring the fish. Okay, okay, so it's like a pay lake. Is this the guy he's talking about over here? Yeah. Okay, so this is where you sell. Okay, I just want to take a look at the map here. It looks pretty cool. Back here, so we have like a few different lakes here. I'm looking at four, I believe. One tucked back there in the back. There's three big ones here, and this one looks very good. So we're gonna kind of go over to this one. Now I don't know if you can actually spawn in a boat in these lakes. Oh, there's five. I didn't see this little pond here. Okay. Um, actually, in fact, it'd probably be a little unreasonable to spawn in a boat in such a small pond. It's not even a lake; it's a pond. Um, So let's start over here. We do have our fishing pole on us. And surprisingly enough, a lot of people were playing this game. Um, when I had first saw it, nobody was really playing it. So that's why I was like, wasn't expecting it to do so well. Um, so look at that. We're barb fishing for catfish. Seems legit. Which is something I know you could do, but you still want to fish. Well, whenever we fished for catfish with bobbers, we'd still put on a bigger weight, let it sink to the bottom. In fact, watching the bobber kind of just immediately go under was quite the satisfaction. Um, I don't know if I can catch anything here. Like I said, there's still a lot of things I don't know about the game. Um, Simply because I haven't been invested. Um, and that's my fault, but I don't know if there's like an actual wait time here or because we're not getting anything. Kind of cool is to kind of find out where the holes are, right? In the pond. Let's take a quick dive. Okay. Nothing. It just flat just flat sand. Okay. Let's try a different area. Um, should we try this? I don't know if there's catfish. I don't know if there's like a thing where you can apply different baits or anything like that. I haven't seen anything like that. As far as I know, you just casting, wait for the bubbles to appear, and you click to reel it in. That's about as much as I know. Just like that. And nothing happened? Did I miss it? Probably should have waited longer. I don't know if I got that. But I mean, right now there's only a few people playing. I am recording at like 8 a.m. on a school day, so it'd be expected. I'm off today, so that's fun. Okay, I'm gonna wait a second. I waited too long, didn't I? Yeah. Okay, I don't know why that first one didn't count. Why did my bobber go over there? Because I was looking that way? Why am I not getting anything? Or am I? Am I just not? Let's see if I can go sell. I don't. There's a an indicator that pops up and tells you what you caught. I'm pretty sure. Um, Now with catfish, you probably really don't want to fish off of a dock. Definitely want to fish off of a bank. I suppose you could fish off of a dock, but honestly, if we can't, what the heck was that? Yeah, so I'm sure there's still like a lot of bugs and stuff. I just casted it right out in these. Oh, I didn't even know. There we go. Oh, a blue catfish, 4 pounds. Nice, and it's modeled pretty cool. I mean, blue catfish. Really? Expecting. I'm sure they got different types of catfish in here, but I was getting more of like channel catfish. These waters. Yeah, no. If it's like a pay lake, I'm sure they have different uh types of catfish in here. I've never been to a pay lake. Always wanted to go. Um, Never got the chance to. Where's my bobber? Why is it back there? A 7 pound blue catfish. Okay. Um, so I live out in Kentucky. And most of my fishing in Kentucky that I would do was I don't know if my fellow Kentuckians know, but there's a lake I believe called Ken Lake. I would fish that lake. I fished that lake ever since I was uh, oh, 10 maybe. So I've taken boats out on that water. Very fun. Pontoon boats, mainly. Very, very fun lake. In fact, I might be able to throw up some pictures of some things that I've caught out of that lake. In fact, I think I will. Um, there was one time we went on a pontoon boat and we came back with like 30 pounds of crappie. Dude, we caught the biggest black crappie out of that lake. Um, Nuts. I don't know. I don't know if I'll throw up a photo or not. It depends on how I feel. What did we catch there? Was it okay, so we're just catching blue catfish. Just catching blue catfish. This is when we want to be fishing here though, at nighttime. Oh yeah. All right. Though I can't see my bobber. Man, let me tell you something. If this game had an actual fishing mechanism, and like an inventory system where you can apply different baits and stuff, dude, it'd be crazy. 15 pounder there. Which they could be working on. I was in their Discord momentarily. I ended up leaving. Um, don't ask me why. I don't know. Um, but it looks like they were mainly working on different maps. I didn't really see anything about a fishing mechanism, but I'm sure it's in the works. I would pull up some of the older DMs, but they're kind of far in my DMs, so I honestly don't know where to find them. Let's go and sell real quick. Maybe we can only catch blue catfish, which is cool, I guess. They're bigger than a lot of. Well, I think blue catfish are known to be can be a bit bigger than channel catfish. I believe. Not mistaken. Why am I stuck? Okay. 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 Well, we didn't get very much. I thought we'd get a lot more than that. What can we spend our money on? That's the question. Um, I don't know what we can spend our money on just yet. Let's Wasn't there a lake back here? I think, yeah. We want to try and fish all of them, so I think it was one back here. Tells us the day, the year. Yeah, it's so dark out here. You need some street lights or something for sure, or a lantern. A lantern would be kind of cool to kind of carry around. That would be kind of cool. This is a bigger one out here. It's like that 15-pounder was the biggest one of the day. Wow, is that sun already rising? It's quick. What do we got? 4-pounder. Dude, it's only blue catfish. Why? But this is a new map. It did say new. I didn't see this map in the game the last time I played, so 7-pounder. But I can see how people might enjoy this. On different maps, you can go on a boat, and you can kind of just troll around to find like different spots to catch bigger fish and stuff like that. So I definitely see that. But when it comes to the current reeling mechanism, there's just not much fun in it. Which is why I thought I wasn't going to play this again. But when I heard that they were working on some things like that, and then I saw my video get over 10,000 views, I'm like, what? So that's why I like just reviewing new games that I come across because you have no idea if if it's a game people are going to be interested in seeing. Um, in fact, I'm very curious how many players I put onto this game. Um, Actually, I'm gonna have to double check and see what the video's actually at now, because it could be. See here real quick. Let me see here real. Okay, so not at 10,000 yet. I'm sorry. I was under the impression it was at 10,000. It's at 9.4 thousand. So, I mean, close enough though. There was my first video I did on hunting season. I didn't think was going to do very well. In fact, it didn't do well for a few weeks. Then it started doing well, and then it turned into a whole series. So, which I do need to make another video on. So I will go ahead and make a playlist of this game here on my channel, just in case this video does well as well. 7-pound? Man, we caught 2 more 15-pounders. I gotta wait until daytime to get another thumbnail. I guess I'll I guess I'll do it with the catfish in my hand, kind of looking towards the lake, the pond, whatever you want to call it. Another 15-pounder. Some people might actually argue that this game is better than Fish. I don't think that's true. I like Fish because of its grindiness, honestly. Which I heard is dying. Like what? I've heard all about Beaks. I'm gonna be playing it on the 18th of April. Um, look forward to a video on that probably. I'm actually excited to play that because I was never able to play Fish when it first released. However, I'll be here to play a game that has so much hype when it releases, which I'm sure Fish was just like that. But if you aren't aware, Beaks is created by a former Fish developer, um, and it's kind of got some of the same mechanisms. Instead of hunting fish, you're hunting birds, different rarities and stuff like that. And it's very cool. If you haven't seen the trailer on it, you should definitely go check it out. We're gonna fish this lake here one more time. I keep saying lake. um, though we can't seem to cast it out too far. Not seeing anything. Uh, anyway, that was Fishing Conquest. I'm glad we got to check out a new map. That is a good thing. Gives me a reason to do another video on it, I suppose. Um, but yeah, I do want to kind of apologize for being so forward on my last video on this game. I should have done my research just a little bit. I didn't know it was actually in beta. I might have known. I'm not entirely sure. I don't think it was in the title, but it's not even in beta. It's in pre-alpha, which is just like starter of starters. You know what I mean? It's like very, very, very beginning stages, not even alpha. So, um, yeah, I think this game might actually have a future. Not gonna lie. If if I can get a look at that fishing mechanism, it'll be great. But yeah, if you guys do wish to play this game yourself, it will be linked in the description down below. If you guys have any other games you'd like me to check out, let me know down below. I will be more than happy to check them out. If you guys like the video, please leave a like and subscribe. And let's actually see how much money I actually get from all this real quick. And then we'll end the video. Come on, come on. Oh man. Alright, see you guys later. Peace.